Anyone ever heard of Atlanta's Berlin Wall? It really did exist. And I'm walking in the area where there was a wall put up in 1962, before the Beatles landed in America, when the Beatles were still a club band. In 1962, Mayor Ivan Allen had just been elected. He had just beaten the segregationist, Lester Maddox. If you look at the history books, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't know what a segregationist is, look that up too. But segregation, physical roadblocks to segregation, happen right here. They call it the Atlanta-Berlin Wall. And I say right here, I've looked at the maps, and I believe that this is the bend right before you get to the Episcopal Church properties here on Peyton Road, just south of me, going towards East Point. And right here next to this park, they put a wall up. It was a wooden wall. They called it the Peyton Wall, Peyton. And why'd they put a wall up? Well, a doctor who's an African American bought a nice property over here on this side of town. Nobody else was buying it. He could afford it. He bought a nice property. Well, other people who didn't want him living here were going crazy about it. They were throwing trash in his yard. They were doing vandalism. They were burning things. I don't know all the incidents around what happened to that doctor, but there's a 2003 interview with the Atlanta Journal-Constitution if you want to look it up. That guy went through what nobody should have had to gone through just to buy a piece of property in Atlanta. I'm right across from Peyton Forest Elementary School. These are the Episcopal Church properties. And based on me looking at a map, I believe the wall was right here, just as you go down this hill or right here on this hill. The Peyton Wall. And by the way, I'll show you this sign. Vote against scenario 1 for the Mays cluster. Save Peyton Forest. Take the survey. They're trying to save the elementary school, apparently. Atlanta's consolidating elementary schools. Populations are changing, and they're consolidating certain elementary schools. That's probably what that's about. Back to the Peyton Wall. I'm walking right past where they made a wall, and everybody had to drive around it. Now, what good did that do? Well, it blockbusted. And that's a real estate word that some people know and some people don't know. You might have to look it up. But it's a, most of the time, racial segregation of neighborhoods, either done physically with walls or, say, system-wise, when loans don't get written that way. You've heard of redlining, it's similar. Those kind of things were wrong in 1962, and they're wrong today. If you love historic in-town Atlanta and you want to know more about it, and you want to